Yards of satiny, buttery perfection, a rich floral tapestry of jalis, jhalas, jangla, and zari, gossamer fabrics that transport one to a bygone era, heirlooms gifted lovingly from mother to daughter. No Indian bride's wedding trousseau is complete without one. Yes, I'm talking about the exquisite Banarasi Saree. Namaskar, a new postcard has arrived from Banaras, showcasing the epitome of grace and elegance in any Indian woman's wardrobe. Banarasi Sarees are sarees made in Varanasi, or the ancient city of Banaras. The sarees are among the finest sarees in India and are known for their gold and silver brocade or zari, fine silk and opulent embroidery. The sarees are made of finely woven silk and are decorated with intricate design, and because of these engravings are relatively heavy. The weaving traditions of Varanasi can be traced back to the Vedic times and have since been handed down from generation to generation. Not a skill that can be taught in any institution, weaving is an art that takes a lifetime of dedication to master. The weavers of Varanasi pride themselves in being able to weave with precision almost anything that the human mind can imagine. Their special characteristics include intricate intertwining floral and foliage motifs, kalga and bale. A string of upright leaves called jhalar at the outer edge of border is a characteristic of these sarees. Other features are gold work, compact weaving, figures with small details, metallic visual effects, pallus, jal and meena work. Depending on the intricacy of its designs and patterns, a saree can take from 15 days to a month and sometimes up to 6 months to complete. Banarsi sarees are mostly worn by Indian women on important occasions such as weddings and are expected to be complemented by her best jewelry. The earliest mention of the brocade and zari textiles of Banaras is found in the 19th century. With the migration of silk weavers from Gujarat during the famine of 1603, it is likely that silk brocade weaving started in Banaras in the 17th century and developed in excellence during 18th and 19th century. During the Mughal period, around 14th century, weaving of brocades with intricate designs using gold and silver threads became the speciality of Banaras. The traditional Banarasi Saree is made by a cottage industry of about 1.2 million people associated with directly or indirectly with the handloom silk industry of the region around Varanasi, encompassing Gorakhpur, Chandauli, Bhadoi, Jaunpur and Azamgarh districts. In the last few years, a variety of independent Varanasi-based brands have emerged to revive the Banarasi Saree and bring them directly to mainstream consumers. In 2009, after 2 years of wait, weaver associations in Uttar Pradesh secured geographical indication rights for the Banaras brocades and sarees. GI is an intellectual property right which identifies a good as originating in a certain region where a given quality, reputation or other characteristics of the product is essentially attributable to its geographical origin. As per the GI certificate, Banarsi products fall under 4 categories, namely silk brocades, textile goods, silk sari dress material and silk embroidery. Most importantly, this means that no sari or brocade made outside the 6 identified districts of Uttar Pradesh, that is Varanasi, Mirzapur, Chandauli, Bhadoi, Jaunpur and Azamgarh districts, can be legally sold under the name of Banaras Saree and brocade. Prior to this, in July 2007, 9 organizations, Banaras Bunkar Samiti, Human Welfare Association, Joint Director Industries Eastern Zone, Director of Handlooms and Textiles, Uttar Pradesh Handloom Fabrics Marketing Cooperative Federation, Eastern UP Exporters Association, Banarsi Vastra Udyog Sangh and Banaras Hathkargha Vikas Samiti and Adarsh Silk Bunkar Samiti had applied to the Chennai-based Geographical Indication Registry of Government of India in a move that was supported by United Nations Conference on Trade and Development. There are 4 main varieties of Banarsi Saree, which include pure silk, cotton, organza, kora with zari and silk, Georgette and Shatir. And according to design process, they are divided into categories like Jangla, Tanchoi, Kinkhwab, Jamdani, Amni, Vaskat, Cutwork, Tissue and Butidar. Eminent amongst these are Kinkhwab, which is a Banarsi brocade which is made using up to 50% zari and thus most dazzling saris. Tanchoi find their basis in China. They feature a complex weave with more heavy, dense patterns, and typical floats or reverse are absent in this weave. Jamdani, they are created by passing the pattern thread through varying warp threads while keeping the proportion of design in mind. Traditional motifs used in this are chameli, jasmine, panna hazar or thousands emeralds, and pan booty, which is a leaf motif. Tar bana, meaning woven water, boasts of a silk warp with zari weft. The transparent tissue materials thus give an impression of flowing water, hence the name Abarwan. Borders of these sarees reflect diamond patterns, jungle bootidar and shikarga, meenadar, etc. Since a large number of silk dyeing units in the trade use chemical dyes which cause pollution in the Ganga river, a move is on to shift to natural dyes. A research team from the Indian Institute of Technology, Banaras Hindu University, used the technique of solvent extraction and enzymatic extraction to develop natural colors from plants, flowers and fruits including acacia, palash, marigold, pomegranate, etc. Over the years, the Banarsi silk handloom industry has been incurring huge losses because of competition from mechanized units producing the Varanasi silk saree at a faster rate and at cheaper cost. Another source of competition has been sarees made of cheaper synthetic alternatives to silk. An art of this prominence comes at a price. Aspirant artisans start their training at the age of 10 and often even sacrifice all forms of formal education so they can perfect their talents. With cheap power loom fabrics rapidly making their way into our wardrobes, the weavers and their families stand at a crossroads. As they shoulder the responsibility of safeguarding centuries of tradition, they also crave the benefaction from society that they once enjoyed. Having to compete on cost without willing to compromise on the quality of their art, the preservers of our heritage are struggling to hold on to their vocation and dignity. We as a society need to awaken to the reality of the life of a weaver and support the price he pays so that our Indian legacy lives for one more day. While celebrating the weavers of Varanasi and their creations, let us rethink the role each one of us can play in making a difference to their lives. Support Indigenous craftsmen of India. Be proud of Make in India. Jai Hind. Thank you for watching. Namaskar.